Rama, Hare Hare. Caitanya Bhagavata 15th chapter, 18th verse onwards. So in the previous verses, we saw how Caitanya Mahaprabhu used to tease his students, used to also correct them in a joking way, but he used to never tease any woman. It is said in the Shastras, never tease any woman other than one's wife. At the most, to one's wife, we can have some joking words, but we should not have joking words with any other woman. This is the most important learning. As soon as he saw a woman, he used to give ample space. He used not talk much to any woman. Vishesh chalena prabhudekhi Shri Hatiya Kadarthena Seimata Vachana Baliya. So Lord particularly teased the residents of Sri Hatta by mimicking their pronunciation. So sometimes there is also teasing in the pronunciation also. Some speak in a different way. Then has some hasya. Hasya means some joke happens. Oh, this person is talking in this way. And sometimes a province has a typical way of pronunciation. And there is a nice joke which happens. Even today also, some group they sit and they have some teasing, they tease some particular type of residents. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do this. He used to tease the residents of Sri Hatta. How? By mimicking their pronunciation. It is said here, since the provincial words and pronunciations used in Sri Mayapur, Navadvip, the capital of Gaudadesh, and in Sri Hatta on the northeast border of East Bengal, are completely different, and since the Lord's forefathers were residents of Sri Hatta, it was natural for the Lord to joke with and tease the residents of Sri Hatta. Although the Lord apparently teased them by addressing them as Sri Hattiyas or Banglas, this actually showed his internal love for them. So the pronunciation and the province of Mayapur, Navadvip, and East Bengal, and the northeast province, that is Sri Hatta, these two are different. That is why the pronunciation also differs. The pronunciation differs. The way of talking, that is the pronunciation, this all is differing. Sometimes even the style also differs. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's family belonged, or forefathers belonged to Sri Hatta. So they used to get angry when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to tease them. They used to say, Krode Shri Hatiya Gadabale, Gadabole, Aya, Tumi Kod Desha, Taha Kaha Ta Nishchaya. Oh, Aya. You say, hey, you say, there is I. There is Palay. You are from which place? Tell us the truth. Being angered by Lord's mockery, sometimes the jokes hurt. At the time, the person gets angry. The residents of Sri Hatta asked him about his forefathers' native place, and they controlled their anger by claiming with certainty that the Lord was a recent descendant of Sri Hatta inhabitants. The word hi of Gaudadesha are mistakenly pronounced I by the residents of Sri Hatta. It is actually hi. Hi, they pronounce I. That is why as soon as the Lord began to make fun and tease the pronunciation, they became angry. Like if you see Bengalis pronunciation, they will not say we. Wherever we is there, they will say B. Bihari. So like this pronunciation happens. Bhajan, then bhojan. Everywhere it is like a rasgulla type. O comes. For everything, O comes, isn't it? Sometimes the teasing is you put rasgulla in the mouth and you can pronounce in Bengali. And sometimes if you see the Gujarati's pronunciation, their S will come. Like this typical, the province has a typical way of pronouncing. Everybody will be speaking like that one. So here, hi has been pronounced as hoy, I. So then, Pita Mata Adikori, Yateka Tomara, Kaha Dekhi, Shri Hattana, Haya Janmakara. Hey, tell us truth. Aren't your parents and your forefathers, they are born in Srihatta. So from this, it is clearly understood both Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, they took birth in Srihatta. Apane haya Srihatiyara tanaya tabe golakara tabe golakora kona yukti ithe haya. And you yourself are born as a son of residents of Srihatta. So why then you tease us? So you are born in Srihatta. You are born as a son of the residents of Srihatta. You are teasing us. If you go to south, there is a typical way of pronunciation. Tamilians will pronounce in a different way. Keralites will pronounce in a different way. Everybody has a different ways of pronunciation. If you sit and do the mimicry, there's only a fun. Just the word Krishna has been pronounced in different ways. Some say Krushna, some says Kisna. As I say, Krishna also enjoys different types of pronunciation. Yata yata bole Prabhu, Prabhodana mane, nana mate kadarthena, sedeshi vachana. The Lord need not heed whatever they said. Rather, he would continue to mimic their pronunciation and manner of speaking. So Lord would not mind, even if they get angry also, still he used to tease them. This is the height of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even if somebody is getting angry, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to not bother also. Still used to continue teasing them. You can only tease those whom you consider yours, isn't it? You can scold, you can tease only those whom you consider as one's own. You cannot scold everyone. You cannot tease also everyone. Scolding, chastising. Scolding here refers to chastising, where the mother chastises the child because the mother considers the child as one's own. Mother teases the child. So this all happens only when a person considers the other one as one's own. Tavad chalena Shri Hatiyare Thakura Yavat Tahara Krodhanahaya Prachura. So how much is to tease them? Till they become furious. See the height of teasing. Height of teasing. It is said actually one should test how much a person really belongs to him. You should go on teasing, chastising to such an extent to see whether he will run away or he will be with you. Even after chastising, that person is with the person, then understand that one is yours. If a person is chastising, teasing, to such an extent, other person becomes furious and the tears fall, they become angry. Till that time, you should actually test how much this person belongs to us. Mahakrodhi kehalaye yaya khedariya lagari napaya yaya tarijiya garjiya. Eventually, one of them would chase the Lord in great anger. Being unable to catch him, however, he was frustrated and began abusing the Lord with harsh words. This also used to happen. Lord used to tease at the time. Somebody will try to catch him so that they can beat him. But then he used to run. And then at the time, they used to abuse him. The word Kerariya used in Bengali language is derived from the Sanskrit word kid. And it is a participle or infinite verb of the word khedana, which means to chase, khedana, or to drive away. The word lagali, also pronounced lagala, lagaila, nagali, nagala, or nagaila, means closeness or touching. So somebody wants to chase him, catch him. Kehavadhariya koncha shikdhara sthane Laya Yaya Mahakrodhe Dhariya Diyoyane. Sometimes someone caught the Lord by his dhoti and took him to the local Muslim authority to register a complaint. The word Shikdhara refers to a royal officer engaged in maintaining the peace in a Mohammedan kingdom, or a highly responsible placed army commander, or a Sikha, a royal coin, Dara, a responsible servant. Dioyana derived from the Farsi word Divana, or Davana means in religious activities, in civil court or in the king's court. So somebody used to catch him by his dhoti, take him to a Muslim authority who has been kept for maintaining the peace. Tabe sheshe Asiya Prabhura Sakhagani Samanjasa Karaya Chale Sikshani. And then Lord's friends used to come and they used to negotiate with a settlement. Now see what what activities are happening. They used to catch him, take him to the authority, and then the friends used to come and then do some peace negotiation. Samanjasa, that means samanjasa. Samanjasa means sampurnaha, some. Anjasaha means agreement. Auchityaha. Samichina, samichana. Samichana also means compromise or mutual agreement or solution. Konadina thaki kona bangalera ade. Bayase bhangyatana palayana dare. On another day, the Lord secretly waited outside the house of a resident of Srihatta. As soon as he got an opportunity, he entered the house, broke some dry gourds, and then ran away in fear. Lord's mischief, just see how mischievous he is. He used to enter the house, break some dry gourds. Ade comes from the word adala, which is a corruption of the Sanskrit word antarala, that means behind, or from a distance, or to one side, secretly, unexpectedly. Therefore, taking the opportunity or advantage or with great enthusiasm, with a long hand, forcefully. Or if this word is understood as being derived from the Sanskrit word adi, then it will mean grudge, argument, quarrel, fight, overcome by anger, firmly resolved, gambling, or overcome with obstinacy. So the Sanskrit word adi, then adi means grudge, argument, quarrel. Ade refers to adala. So in this way, there's in Sanskrit meaning, it is having one. If you see adi, if you see Bangalara adi, that means he will go fight, quarrel, and take. And if you see Bengali word ade, then it is meaning that from behind or secretly enter. The word bhayasa refers to dry gourd without seeds and pulp. Ye mata chapalya karena sabasane sabe stri matra na dekhena drishtikone. So in this way, the Lord created mischief for everyone, but he did not even look at women from the corner of his eyes. Very important. The most important thing. And the women also understand. Somebody looks at from the corner of the eyes, then the woman by her, she has got one sense, important sense, by which she can understand which person is pure. Like when Sukadeva Goswami, he was born and he just runs from the womb. As soon as he's born from the womb, he's just running. At the time, he's naked and he is now a big boy of 16 years. And there were few women who were taking bath. But as soon as they saw Sukadeva Goswami, they did not have any shyness because it's so pure by the heart. But when Vyasadeva comes, they close their body. Why? It's not that Vyasadeva is not pure, he's also pure, but he's an experienced person. So then they had a shy. Before, they covered their body before Vyasa. When Vyasa came, immediately they covered their bodies. But when Sukadeva Goswami comes, he's running from that place. As soon as they see Sukadeva Goswami, nothing happens because the purity is understood by a woman. Although the Lord often engaged in mischievous childish activities, he never encouraged any misbehavior in connection with women. What to speak of enjoying women? If a living entity even considers that women are meant to be enjoyed, his moral and spiritual life are ruined. This was demonstrated by the Lord, who is Jagat Guru and teacher of all, by remaining aloof from all kinds of association with women. So here it is said, women should be respected. Women is treated like a mother. You don't tease mother. Women has to be respected. And there is a position for the woman. Women should not be regarded as something useless and treated in a very bad way. This spoils the whole culture. It is said in the olden days, people used to respect the women. And wherever disrespect to women has come, the whole family gets ruined. What happened to the Kauravas? They disrespected Draupadi. That is why the whole Kauravas got ruined. Sri hena nama Prabhu, ei avatare, Shavano na karile, Vidita samsara. It is well known throughout the world that the Lord in this incarnation did not even hear the word woman. So, in this incarnation, he is keeping himself aloof from the women because he has appeared in the form of a devotee. When Lord appears as Bhoktaram, though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Bhoktaram, but he is not displaying that he is Bhoktaram. Krishna is only Bhoktaram. At the time when Krishna appears in his full form, he can enjoy with everyone. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, though Bhoktaram has appeared, but he will not do this. He will not enjoy with any other woman. He will not even utter the word woman. It has been said because he has appeared in the form of a devotee. In his pastime as a devotee of Hari, Gaur Sundar never discussed any topic about mundane women. After totally condemning the association of women, the association of persons who associate with women, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a ripened fruit of the Vedic desire tree, and the king of all scriptures has established such association as unfavorable to non-duplicitous service to the Lord. One should refer to the elaborate purport of Adikhanda 1.29. Wherever the enjoying mentality of living entities is engaged in enjoying women, it is to be understood that there is a lack of service attitude towards Krishna, the husband of all women. If anyone came before Gaur Sundar to discuss or to bring up worldly topics about women, he would immediately and specifically forbid them. On the pretext of studying mundane literature that is contrary to the service of Krishna, and with the desire to drink the rasa of dry literature that is devoid of the rasa of devotional service to Krishna, the hearts of living entities that are accustomed to drink worldly rasas become maddened for worldly enjoyment in such a way that the Supreme Lord, Gaur Sundar, who is a bestower of the mellows of devotional service to Krishna, along with the sampradayas of his pure devotee Mahajanas, never supports a deviation. Those who have properly discussed the topics of Chaitanya Deva know very well that he never supported indulgence in any worldly topics about women. So an explanation, a wonderful explanation given by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, if a person is interested in the mundane topics, he will never be interested in Krishna's topic. And vice versa. If a person is interested in Krishna Lila, then he will never be interested in mundane topics. Why does a person shun himself from discussing all these mundane topics? Because he knows Krishna is the husband of everyone. He is the supreme pati, palana iti. He is the one who is taking care of each and everyone. Even the so-called husbands are also the prakriti or enjoyed by Krishna. That is why if a person is interested in the devotional service, he will never be interested in mundane topics. So mundane topics have not to be given any priority. If mundane topics are given priority, then the mellows of devotional service cannot be experienced. Now, sometimes we find after the Bhagavatam class or any class, spiritual class, people took devotees sit together and start speaking something which is not related to any devotional service. They start speaking about some office things that they say. So what happens is that the rasa which just they have drunk, they are not able to release it. So we have to be very careful what topics we are speaking with our fellow devotees. How is our consciousness? If our consciousness is always in Krishna, even if a person is going to office, still his consciousness will be in Krishna. Just for a social purpose, he has to do some job. But that is not going to affect its consciousness because he is 24/7 just thinking about Krishna. Ataiva yata maha mahima sakala gauranganagar henastava nahi bale yadyapi sakalastava sambhave tahane tahapiha swabhave segaya buddha jane henamata Shri Mukunda Sanjaya Mandire Vidyarase Shri Vaikunthanayaka Vihare. So therefore, great personalities do not offer prayers addressing Lord Gauranga as Gauranga Nagara or enjoyer of dances. He has not come with that mode, though he is the one who is the protector of all the damsels. But still, in this incarnation, you are not going to tell that you are Gauranga Nagara. No, you are Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Although all kinds of prayers may be offered to the Supreme Lord, intelligent persons glorify only those characteristics that a particular incarnation manifests. So Lord has appeared with a mood, and we have to maintain that mood. We cannot do Rasa Bhanga, because the rasa which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to give all of us is devotional rasa, where the devotee is submissive and subservient to Krishna. In this way, the Lord of Vaikuntha enjoyed his scholastic pastimes in the house of Mukunda Sanjaya. So he was enjoying his scholastic pastimes. So here that is why the Sampradayas of Mahajanas, who are eternally perfect associates of the Lord and always engaged in glorifying the Lord, as well as their non-duplicitous followers who sing and recite the glories of Lord, never in any way illicitly address or will address Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu as Nagara or the enjoyer of the conjugal pastimes. Gaur Sundar is himself Brajendra Nandana, the only enjoyer of all women in both material and spiritual kingdoms. Yet there is no basis for glorifying Krishna as Nagara in Gaura pastimes, as such actions are extremely contrary to the proper conclusions of serving Gaura Krishna. So, Sei Krishna, Sei Jagannath. Sei Gaura, Sei Krishna, Sei Jagannath. So, same Gaura Sundar is Krishna, the same Krishna is Jagannath. Now, even though Krishna is the enjoyer of the gopis, enjoyer of all women, both in the material and the spiritual world also, but still, when he appears as Gaura Sundar, he cannot be called as Gaura Nagara. That has been specified. Vajendra Nandana Krishna, who is Gopijana Vallabha, is a personification of conjugal affairs. The Gaura pastimes of Krishna are by nature the mood of vipralamba or separation. Therefore, no intelligent, non-duplicitous devotee of Gaura will try to disturb the Lord's mood as Narayana, the Lord of Vaikuntha, who is his beginning pastimes as a scholar, is a worshipable Lord of all his students who are under the shelter of regulative devotional service, or disturb his mood of Mahabhava, which consists of his desire to please Krishna and which manifested in the mood of separation from after his pastime of taking initiation and described in his middle and final pastimes. So till here we'll discuss. So it is said here, Krishna, when he appears as Gaur Sundar, he is displaying the mood of Mahabhava. Sometimes Mahabhava Prakash appears. Sometimes he takes the scholastic pastimes and Vipralamba Bhava. All these bhavas are not to be disturbed by just calling him that you are the enjoyer of the gopis. No. Gaur Sundar is having the Vipralamba Bhava, the crying in separation for Krishna. Mood is Srimati Radharani's mood, crying in separation from Krishna. And in that cry, there is an ecstatic symptoms which is exhibited, and that is Mahabhava Prakash. One should not disturb these moods of Krishna. When Lord appears in a particular mood, one should assist Lord in his particular pastime. Instead of disturbing the mood and calling him some Nagara and all, one can never understand the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's visit in this material world. Wherever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, their Harinam Sankirtan propagation of Harinam Sankirtan happens. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat.
I wanted to ask, like in like Prabhupada, like mentions in the purports, many purports that for less intelligent women than Mahabharata and Ramayana and all were written, and yet and also he mentions that in any religious gathering, women only join in large numbers. So, and also Prabhupada mentions in that purport that religion without religion without philosophy is mental, is what do you call, sentimentalism, like that. So how do we understand this, Mataji? It's like women are less intelligent, but yet they how do we understand the entire picture on this, Mataji?
Striyo Vaishyas Tata Shudras. When it is mentioned Striyo Vaishyas Tata Shudras, here Stri refers to the woman, but the woman, when takes up devotional service, can get the ultimate benefit of Krishna's lotus feet. That has been said. Other places, many places, it has been glorified. There is no it is said that Panchakanya has to be remembered every day. There also it is said. Even the sadhus glorify Kunti Maharani. So when we say Stri, here refers to not only a cultured woman, even if a prostitute takes up devotional service, she can be reclaimed. Actually, there's Stri refers to a person who has not taken up devotional service. But even if he takes up devotional service, doing some wrong activities, then he can get the highest benefit. That has been referred. But there are women who are highly respected, especially when Devadasis used to go and dance for Chaitanya, for Lord Jagannath. Nobody used to look at them in a very bad way. They used to not wear any clothes except gold ornaments, but not even a single part of the body used to be seen. So people used to respect women. Women has a very high position as a mother in the whole of literature. So Prabhupada has never disrespected a woman. Where the woman loses her culture and becomes a prostitute, there even that type of woman, Striyo Vaishyas Tata Shudras, that Stri is referred to that. Even that type of woman can be benefited if she takes up devotional service. Like who showed the path to Bilva Mangal Thakur? Chintamani. He calls Chintamani as the first guru. So we should understand, you cannot generalize all the things. Everything cannot be generalized. Then there is a narrow way of outlook. One has to see in a broader perspective. Kunti Maharani prayers are read by the sadhus every day. Kunti Maharani is glorified as the topmost of everyone. Rupa Goswami came and honored Mirabai. There are great freedom fighters, Ahilyabai, just see. There are great devotees like Sakhubai. So it just cannot, Stri, immediately all the women put in that category. No. It is the mother who shows the direction even to Guru. Every Guru has mother. Without mother, even the Guru is not born. Somebody asked, what do you have opinion about FDG, female Diksha Guru? I said, why you need such position? Anyhow, Guru has a mother. Mother has got the topmost position in the Vedic literature. What more can be that? Why have a controversial thing against the scriptures? When the scriptures say Diksha Guru, it's only Janani Mata who could get the position of Diksha. Nobody else can get also. Shiksha Guru, yes. Mother is Shiksha Guru. A woman can take the position of a Shiksha Guru. To that extent, a woman can go. But a woman cannot give Diksha. Because women cannot take up the... It is said, it's a society, it is said, it's not to be done, simple. Why one should not be asked also. Shastra says something, we should hear. Okay.
Mataji, one more question. Now we have to.
No, wait. No, somebody asked now. Let me. Yes, who asked?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Mataji, even if you see in Pandharpur, Kanopatra has got a place inside the temple. She was a daughter of a prostitute.
Who?
Kanopatra.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody asked any question? Yeah.
Very good.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, this explanation about woman is limited to the spiritual activities or material activities also. Because nowadays, women are competing with...
Yes. 1 minute. When you say material activities, spiritual activities, let us take up material activity itself. Every dress has its utility. Every dress has been given a purpose. So woman's body has a separate utility. You cannot just compete with a man, and a man also cannot compete with a woman. Every dress has one characteristics. If competition is there, then there is nothing. Then everyone does what others are doing, and he is incompetent in doing that. Even if he is expert, Krishna says, do what has been given to you. There are certain things which a woman can do very nicely. There are certain things which man can do very nicely. Okay. Yes, Medhavini.
Mataji, like you explained in the, not related to today's class, Mataji, but when you explain the words in the Shastras, right? For example, mukti means muktir hitpanyata rupam swarupena vyavasthitihi, like that you explain, na Mataji? So it is there in the purport of a particular verse like that. But if you need to understand the meaning of such words like mukti and all, is there any book or somewhere where we can refer to?
I think I have not read Bhagavad Gita properly. You go through Bhagavad Gita introduction properly, you have that word. Mukti hitpanyatha rupam swarupena vyavasthiti.
I understand that. So that is where I got this muktika explanation. But I'm saying other words also, if you want to see the proper explanation, then you know that
you have dictionary, na Panini's dictionary you're having the dictionary, Sanskrit dictionaries. You have to go through that. I'm not so expert.
Okay.
By the acharyas, I just explained that.
Okay. So it's not consolidated, it's not found anywhere. That's what time.
It is there. I don't know. Whatever I don't know, that doesn't mean it is not existing. It is there.
Okay, understood. Okay.
For that, we have to study Sanskrit and become a Sanskrit scholar. And elaborate study is it is required. Now, how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is writing the meanings for each and everything. Acharyas, they just don't come like that. They study deeply. Just because our schools were not having Sanskrit, we faced a lot of problems. That is why for us to understand is, first we have to go through Prabhupada's purport, then study other. Then in this way we are trying to